Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Laurie Beakley, filling in for Christy Carson this morning. We have got a wonderful event to talk about. It is the Glennon Gallop, and joining me is Dr. Heidi Sally, Medical Director at Donnie Pediatric Center, and Serafina Nicholas. She is one of the co-chairs for the Fieldside Party at Glennon Gallop. Ladies, thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So the Gallop is coming up September. I mean, this is right around the corner.
Yes, it is. It's September 21st, and I believe it starts at about noon. Mm-hmm. It's an awesome event. I think this is our 7th year doing it, and just a fun event to watch a little polo. So how often do you get to watch polo and benefit a really, if I do say so myself, a really wonderful cause? So yeah.
And why did you decide for a polo match? When this first got underway a few years back, how did you decide to do a Glennon Gallop and do a polo match?
So it's one of those kind of connections to different people. One of my colleagues, actually, his wife works for the Wolf Sanctuary, and they were the people who do the polo match were actually doing a fundraiser for them. And she thought, well, this would also be a great fundraiser for her husband's clinic because he worked with us. And so got the right people in touch with the right people. And the first year was incredibly successful, and we've just gone on since then. So we've just kind of, for the lack of a better term, I guess, just ridden it, through. And
no pun intended.
Kind of, but bad pun intended. But yeah, so it's just it was a fun thing, and it's so unique. There's just, I think they do 4 of these events per year at the polo fields out west where they do it, and it's just been a wonderful way to celebrate the kids at Cardinal Glennon and have a fun day while you're doing it.
You know what I really like best about it is it's cost effective, because a lot of people think polo matches and they think snooty kind of thing, and this is affordable for just about anybody to go to. Let's talk about the pricing on this.
So for the past few years, we've done the Fieldside Party. It's more of a casual tailgating event, which makes it more affordable for everyone to come and experience this awesome polo match. So we have 2 different levels of tickets that you can buy. We have a tailgate village where you'll come up, you'll park your car in a reserved parking and tailgate with your friends, and that is $50 for your entire carload. So you just load the car up and bring everyone. Then we also have a carload option. You would park and then walk up to the bleachers and to watch the match at the field. And that one is $25 for your whole carload. So again, you just load that car up and bring everyone, and it's a really awesome time.
It's kind of like the nights at the drive-in where you just load everybody in and you take the blanket and you just have a great time.
Yeah. And besides watching the polo match, there's other things going on that make it even more of an event than just, let's go watch a polo match. And I don't know anything about polo, and I don't know the rules, or, we're always reluctant.
Guilty.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly. So you can go and admire the horses. I mean, they're pretty amazing watching them run up and down the field, but there's lots of other things going on the field side to make it more of an event.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the gates open at noon, and we're going to have live music. We have a bluegrass band, the Pickin' Chicks, and we're really excited to have them because one of the band members is a former Glennon patient. So that's just a really awesome full circle kind of thing. We'll also have yard games. We definitely have cornhole and bocce ball and can jam. So
what is can jam? I saw that, and I know what the other games are, and I'm looking at that. I'm thinking, somebody please explain that to me, because I can't be the only one that doesn't know what that is.
Okay, I actually do not know what it is either, and I know it has been explained to me at our committee meetings because everyone's obsessed with it, but I have to say I am not.
So everybody should just go
to find out what can jam is.
Exactly.
That is a good reason to just go and find out. Somebody go play that and then get back to me and fill us all in on what can jam is.
Apparently the cooler yard game aficionados love can jam, so I think it'll be really fun.
Well, and you got food. I mean, Super Smoker Barbecue is going to be there, and everybody knows their reputation in St. Louis, so.
There's also going to be funnel cakes and kettle corn, so who doesn't love that in a nice warm afternoon?
It's like fair food.
Exactly. There's a lot of things to do and spend the afternoon hanging out with friends and really enjoying it.
Well, and I'm looking at this stuff, and you're a Yeti cooler, a booze raffle.
Oh yeah, we're
come
pretty
on.
excited about that.
If that alone doesn't get people to come out there, I don't know what is going to do it. I know I've never been to a polo match before, and I think for anybody that hasn't, this is a really good way to get ingratiated into the sport.
Yeah.
And it's also a good way to get you to go back
Right.
next year
Yeah,
when you go
exactly.
and you see all of these great games that you guys have. You can see the majesty of the horses, which, my gosh, these horses that are involved in polo games are just astounding. And for some reason, I hear about this event and I flash to Pretty Woman where she's at the polo match and the stomping of the divots.
I was going to say,
we
do have a divot stomp.
You do?
So, yeah,
Okay.
so that's always fun. Everybody, there's really two sides. So we have we're mostly talking about the field side party, but there's also another side that's the VIP experience. It's under a tent and it's a little bit more on that fancy side. But everybody comes out onto the field and, kind of helps to sort of repair the field from the horses running up and down it.
We've talked a little about Cardinal Glennon. We've talked about the event. The most important thing before we let you guys go is where does this money go? It's a fundraiser, obviously, for Cardinal Glennon, but where do these funds go?
Yeah. So this is a specific fundraiser, not just for Cardinal Glennon, which it is, but it's specific to the Donnie Pediatric Center, which I mentioned earlier is a primary care center. And we offer lots of additional services as opposed to just come in and get your well baby check and get your vaccines and go on and have a nice day. Come in and get your child's cold checked out or your rash checked out. But all the additional services they do help support. We have, I think, 3 or 4 social workers who are full-time in our clinic, and so they help support the social workers. Social work is not something that you can bill an insurance company for, but they help with our patients to get linked with community services. They are also the ones who I mentioned do some of the counseling for moms with postpartum depression. We also offer counseling for adolescents, which is, counseling is really a hard thing to find in the community. Just there's a huge need for it. And that's something that really hasn't been met entirely in the community, despite lots of wonderful people's best efforts. We still need more of it. Also, there's a lot of stigma around that type of thing. So having it embedded within our clinic where our patients and our families are already comfortable coming to our clinic for services, to be able to come to the same place they already know and maybe even meet the provider, the counselor after they see their pediatrician or things along those lines. So the foundation helps us with that. Gallop also helps to buy supplies and different equipment that we need. Certainly having 22,000 pediatric visits coming through our office doors every year, we often need new equipment. We need new otoscopes, which are those things you look in the ears with. We need new exam tables. It's probably been in the last, I think, 10 years that we have gone from about 10,000 visits a year to over 22,000. So we've really expanded, and yet our space has not. So some of the money in the future will also be going to expanding our space so that we can continue to serve our community.
It's a lot of stuff that this fundraiser goes towards. So if you're looking for a great day out on a Saturday afternoon, the Glennon Gallop, I would say, is the place to go. It's affordable. You pack your car full of people. You go and watch a great polo match. You get food. You can play Can Jam, even though none of us know what it is. You can go play it, and you can get back to us and let us know what a great time you had doing that. Yes. Ladies, Dr. Sally, Serafina, thank you so much for coming in. It's been enlightening to find out how much work that you guys do at Donnie Pediatric and how much fun that the Glennon Gallop is going to be and where all this money is going to. You guys certainly deserve it. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having us, and we really appreciate everybody's support.